Hello and welcome to the Beauty Out of Mire channel. My name is Reverend Dr. Fidela Dabaraza, also known as Rosella Miracle's mom. I'm so glad that you're here and thank you for keeping it Beauty Out of Mire. If this conversation speaks to your heart, kindly like, subscribe and share it with a parent, a caregiver, a church elder, a church leader, a teacher, a family member, or any person who needs to understand the real cost of caregiving. We have been going and walking this journey and we have been speaking about many things. But today we want to delve into the cost of caregiving. This is a reality many families know deeply, but society often underestimates. The cost no one sees. When people think about raising a child with neurodevelopmental disorders, they often think about what is visible. They may see the child's behavior. They may see the therapy appointment. They may see the school meeting. They may see the parent looking tired. But behind the scenes, many families are carrying costs that are financial, emotional, physical, social, relational, and sometimes spiritual. There's the financial cost. Assessments cost money. Therapy costs money. Medication costs money. Special diet costs money. Transport to clinics costs money. Assistive devices cost money. And school support costs money. And sometimes a parent has to choose between speech therapy and occupational therapy, between medication and transport, between school fees and medical reviews, because the resources are simply not enough. And there's the time cost as well. Caregiving changes schedules. Parents spend hours in hospital queues, therapy sessions, school meetings, follow-ups, home programs, and daily routines that require extra attention. So sometimes the entire family timetable begins to revolve around one child's support needs. There's the career cost. Some parents reduce work hours, some turn down opportunities, and some leave employment altogether, and some cannot travel freely. Some are judged at work because emergencies arise often. Some become economically vulnerable because caregiving changes their ability to earn. And there is the emotional cost. The caregiver is constantly thinking, planning, watching, explaining, advocating, hoping, worrying, researching, and trying again. And I found myself in those spaces. There's the social cost. Some friendships fade because people do not understand the journey. Some invitations stop coming. Some parents avoid gatherings because they fear stares, comments, meltdowns, or judgment. And some families become isolated, not because they want to be alone, but because society has not made room for them. And then there is the family cost. Siblings may feel overlooked. Marriages may be strained. Extended family members may misunderstand. And some relatives offer support, but others offer blame. Some fathers withdraw because they do not know how to process the reality. And some mothers carry the weight almost alone. And perhaps one of the heaviest hidden costs is the cost of constantly explaining your child to people who have already judged. And this is why we must talk about the cost no one sees. Because when society does not understand the cost, it gives shallow advice. Just take the child for therapy. But who is paying for it? Just find a good school. But how many schools are truly inclusive, prepared, and affordable? Just be patient. But who is supporting the parent while they are being patient? You're told, just pray. Prayer is powerful, and for many of us, prayer is a lifeline. But prayer should never become an excuse for people to avoid practical support. Families need more than encouragement. They need systems. They need accessible services. They need trained teachers. They need inclusive schools. They need affordable therapies. They need informed churches. They need compassionate relatives. They need safe transport. They need respite. They need policies that work. They need community. And at Beauty Out of Mire, we believe that supporting a child means supporting the entire ecosystem around the child. A child does not grow in isolation. A child grows within a family, a school, a church, a community, and a society. Now, when the caregiver is supported, the child's world becomes stronger. When the teacher is trained, the child's classroom becomes safer. And when the church is informed, the family spiritual community becomes more welcoming. And when a society stops blaming, the family begins to breathe. Dear caregiver, I know there are costs you may not even know how to explain. There are sacrifices people may never see. There are tears you may have wiped quietly. There are decisions you may have, had to make that nobody applauded. There are things you gave up because your child needed you. Please hear this. Your labor matters. Your sacrifice matters. Your exhaustion matters. Your well-being matters. And you're not failing because you need help. You're not weak because you're tired. You're not selfish because you also need care. To the people around caregivers, let us stop admiring them from a distance while leaving them unsupported. Let us not say, you are strong, and then disappear. Let us not say, God will provide, and refuse to become part of the provision. Let us not say, call me if you need anything, when already we know practical help is needed. Let us ask better questions. What can I carry this week? Can I help with transport? Can I sit with a child for 1 hour? Can I bring a meal? Can I help with another sibling? Can I accompany you to the hospital? Can I contribute toward therapy? Can I listen without advising? Support does not always have to be big to be meaningful. Sometimes small, consistent support is what keeps a family going. And as we close today's sharing, remember this: the cost of caregiving is not always visible, but is real. And when we support the caregiver, we strengthen the child's future. Thank you for joining me today on the Beauty Out of Mire channel. I'm Reverend Dr. Fidela Dabaraza, and if this conversation has opened your eyes, kindly like, subscribe, and share, and let somebody else be inspired. Thank you very much. Keep it beauty out of Mire. God bless you.